Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena action. We're playing Mage. I swear to God, Mage is my least played arena class by a really pretty big margin. So I'm trying to catch up a little bit, get good with all the classes, not just, the ones that I like, or in the case of the Mage, the ones I don't hate. And Mage is fun to play as long as it's just not fun to play against. This deck seems actually pretty good. There's a real big core of good 4-drops, 2 Yetis, Ascension, and 2 Water Elementals. It makes you feel pretty good about your chances if you can get those down on turn 4 or turn 3 with the coin. First game was up against a Priest. He didn't really do anything and I just crushed him. And second game was up against a Paladin who should have beaten me, but he played badly. He didn't kill my minions when he had the chance, and then he lost for it. Here, what I will do is I'm going to mulligan everything except for the 3-drop and hope to get at least another 3-drop so I can play stuff on turn 2. Well, this is not exactly playable on turn 2, but at least I got a Knife Juggler, so I can play that on turn 2, and then the Panther on turn 3. It is not impossible for me to get another 2-drop top-decked. Like an Amani Berserker would just fit the bill here, and then I could coin one of them out. Nope, not a chance. Just $1 on Mage. This thing loves to show up a hell of a lot. Good lord. The big game Hunter against Hunters is usually not that great. I have to rely on him to pretty much play some kind of a neutral card that's really, really big. Like a Ventricle Mercenary or one of the Giants. Otherwise, this is not going to be very useful. But I do have a Dark Iron Dwarf in the deck, which, while not as good as an Abusive Sergeant, does combo with this and allows me to kill 5-power minions. Alright, well, this is probably an Explosive Trap or a Freezing Trap, so let's go ahead and take that out. Oh my god, it isn't. Well, that means it's probably Snipe. I mean, the only other thing it could be is so we know it's not Misdirection, Explosive Trap, or Freezing Trap. It could only be a Snake Trap or Snipe. It's probably Snipe. So would I rather lose the Dalaran Mage or the Panther to the Snipe? The answer is the Dalaran Mage, for sure. Oh my god, it's actually not Snipe. It is actually a Snake Trap. Well, luckily I'm a Mage, so I'm better than most classes at killing off minions without having to attack them, but, man, that's a little bit annoying. I don't have my Arcane Explosion here, which is the ultimate answer to Snake Trap. Oh god, this is a bit weird. I really would love an Arcane Explosion, because if I had that, it would be pretty easy to deal with. Can I actually drop a Sea Giant into play? Hang on, if I attack into this with my Dalaran Mage, there will be, because these will both live, there will be a total of 4, 5, 6 minions on the board. This will cost 4 mana. Wow. Yep, alright, so here we go. We trigger the Snake Trap. Let him have that. And then we get to play Sea Giant for 4 mana. Wee-hoo! Hopefully that hits one of the snakes. It actually hits his face, which is the worst. I will kill the Leok. I hate doing this, but I kind of have to. Because these snakes, I don't want them all to have +1 attack. Now, if he has a buff like a Timberwolf or a Raid Leader, or he flips another Leok, for these snakes, he could be in really good shape. Because this Giant, like, you don't really want to use this Giant to kill off snakes. But if he doesn't have a way to buff these up, with the coin, Flame Strike I can... Oh, whoa, yeah, Flame Strike I can play on turn 6 with the coin. He has Hunter's Mark, which is a perfect answer to Sea Giant. So I got a turn 4 8/8, but he had the perfect answer to it. And he has another really great card. Well, I really wish I could play Flame Strike right now. Unfortunately, I can't. I have to wait one more turn. Ah, oh, jeez. This is getting pretty bad. He's going to hit me quite hard. Alright, well, we're going to play the Jungle Panther. Gotta get a minion on the board. And... I could play Fairy Dragon. It'll die to the Silverhand Knight. Flame Strike kills the stuff. I don't really want to play more stuff just to have it die, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to act as if I don't have a Flame Strike. I'm going to kill off his snakes manually. Make him think I don't have Flame Strike. He might overextend. He can use this guy to kill my Dalaran Mage. And then I could ping it to death if I don't play Flame Strike. We'll see what happens. I mean, I could use the Panther to kill that. I could use Ping to kill this. I might not even play Flame Strike next turn. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is 5 health. It doesn't die to Flame Strike now. I don't have Dark Iron Dwarf to combo it with my Big Game Hunter. He actually leaves the Dalaran Mage alive! Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I cannot believe he left Dalaran Mage alive. Well, now we're going to go ahead and coin into Flame Strike, which, because he left the Dalaran Mage alive, deals 5 damage and clears his board. And this is almost 100% Explosive Trap. So that's okay, because it's not Explosive Trap? What is... Oh man, I am not doing a good job predicting his traps here. Okay, so it's not Misdirection, Explosive Trap, or Freezing Trap. Okay, probably it's a Snipe now? Probably? Does he have Hounds here? He's a Timberwolf, okay. He may be fishing for Hounds. It's correct to play the Hounds before you play your Wolf, because you draw more cards that way. But I guess it isn't... Okay, it doesn't really matter that much. Does he have Hounds? He really shouldn't have played this Buzzard if he doesn't have Hounds. Unless he thinks that he's desperate and was hoping to draw into Hounds with the Timberwolf, because he's like, you know, playing like Papa Boris says, when you're desperate, play to your outs. Okay, now this could be Snipe, or it could be another Snake Trap. Well, I could check for Snipe with this engine who survives it, so let's see if this is a Snipe. Alright, this time it is a Snipe. Thank goodness. Okay. So what we're going to do here is just keep it simple, keep it safe. Let's kill off the Buzzard. And I think the Dalaran Mage has done his duty. He can kill the Wolf to protect this engine. So now I've got 6 cards to his 3. We're equal on life. I have a card on the board, and I can go up another card with the Arcane Intellect. This will die to Sen'jin pretty happily. I don't care about that. Oh yeah, Blood Knight. I seem to get this a lot, the Blood Knight and the Big Game Hunter. Oh, look at that, the terrible card that can't be played because it's terrible? Yeah, great. We're going to go ahead and do this. Here you have to be somewhat careful because, I mean, this thing hits harder, but this thing has more total power. It's a tough call. I will kill the thing that hits harder just in case he has some kind of wackiness. Let's drop a Spellbender and play the Fairy Dragon, who will trade with the Solar Moon Guardian here. So Spellbender is nice. It will redirect kill commands and Hunter's Marks. He also doesn't think it's Spellbender. He must think it's Mirror Entity or a Vaporize or an Ice Armor, which is what secrets are most of the time. He took a 50-50 deadly shot, killed a minion with it. That's alright. I mean, I lost the coin flip there, but still, I'm so far ahead, it's just ridiculous. Let's play Arcane Intellect, always draw cards first. 2 cards, very good, very good. We'll drop this while it's playable. I'm not going to play Art of Berserker and then play the Mad Bomber hoping to enrage it. There's no point in doing that. I could just enrage this myself with my hero ability, and I don't want to take the chance of the Mad Bomber just killing my Berserker, because that's happened more than once. Well, I've got very little, I've got 16 health, which against a Hunter is scary, but he has no cards. He's peeling off the top, so I should be fine here. I should be totally fine. Okay, let's go ahead and think. I mean, if it's an Explosive Trap, the Mad Bomber might as well just throw itself away. Alright, we'll do this. We'll do this. Normally, you want to, like, check for Explosive Trap first, but I need to get the Frostwolf Warlord out. So now let's check for Explosive Trap. It's a Freezing Trap, which is actually fine. You know, I should have checked for Explosive Trap with the Berserker, because I don't want to replay the Mad Bomber. I would have replayed the Berserker, though. Okay. You know, I should have put the Frostwolf Warlord over here. The reason for that is if he uses Explosive Shot, the Spellbender would appear over here, and I don't want the Frostwolf Warlord getting damaged. He is probably just going to try to burn me out here. Yes, he's making the correct decision. He's trying to burn me out. I mean, next turn he can get me down to 6, down to, you know, 4. So there are cards he could top deck that would actually let him win the game. We need to hurry it up here. Gonna hit him. Hit him again. Man, if the Mad Bomber enraged this thing, I would actually win on the spot. That's actually worth doing. Okay. So I took a little risk there. If all 3 barrels had hit my face, I would have, if all 3 barrels had hit my face, I could have actually lost, because I would have been at 6 health. He would have been at 3 down to 1, so then, like, anything would have killed me off. Alright, there we go. We got our 60 gold quest. I should actually mention, I have a crazy lineup of daily quests. I got the Total Dominance quest today. That's win 7 games. with any class, get 100 gold. It's just the best daily quest. I would get that quest every day if I could. And then I had a 60 gold Mage Shaman quest, and I still have a 60 gold Druid Hunter quest. So I have like 220 golden quests. If this arena makes it to 7, I will actually like be way above 7,500. I never thought I would get above 7,500 because I was playing so much. I was playing like almost one arena every day, and then like when I did my stream, I would play like 3 or 4 arenas. And when you play that many arenas, it's hard to get ahead on gold. But I've been on a hot streak. I'm actually up to exactly 50% 7-win success rate. Gannick the Warrior is our next opponent. I hate to mulligan polymorph, but I need to get some plays as the first player. If you don't have any 2-drops, it's really frustrating. Well, this is where I'm really happy I took Sea Giant and not Pyroblast. By the way, in the Hunter game, the fact that that was Sea Giant was really relevant. It got rid of the Hunter's Mark so that it made my Frostwolf Warlord survive. It gave him something he had to respond to. And then in this game, when I drew it early on, I mean, Sea Giant and Pyroblast are both bad to have in your opening hand, but at least Sea Giant is better. Pyroblast is just like literally dead the whole game. So anyway, this is not a good opening hand is what I'm trying to say, because I don't have anything to do on turn 2. It really sucks not having anything to do on turn 2, but I still have 2 chances to draw a 2-drop, and I did draft those pretty aggressively, so I have like a better chance than I could have otherwise. My opponent's really mulls over his mulligan decision. Yeah, he's mulling it. Okay. Nope, that's not it. If I were the second player, I could coin out one of these on turn 2. I'd be in much better shape. At least as a mage, there's a limit to how many 1-drops he could play that I can't just kill. There's a Fairy Dragon, which I cannot kill with Fireblast. Am I going to Fireblast his face? Yep. Alright, so we are on the back foot here. But if he passes on this turn, if he just armors up, I Wolf Rider to kill the Fairy Dragon, and I respond to his 3-mana play with the Chillwind Yeti. He's already used his coin for this, so there's no acceleration. He armors up! Yes! Okay, that's good. See, this you can see my Wolf Rider is a very good card. It can really help you regain your footing if you start off behind. Are you goddamn kidding me? Knife Juggler. Well, if I had mulliganed the Cobra, I would have actually seen the Knife Juggler in time to play him on turn 2, which would have been good. But I still think it was correct to keep this, because if you mulligan your 3s away, and then you draw, like, you know, Sea Giant, Sunwalker, Polymorph, then your life is just terrible. Well, the Chillwind Yeti is going to be a little tricky for him to kill. A Warrior does have a pretty good answer. He can do Arcanite Reaper to kill it. Now that the Novice Engineer's on the board, he could also run it into the Chillwind Yeti and execute. My alternative would have been to do Knife Juggler Ping, but I want to get this on the board. I want to get my big stuff on the board, because I have an expensive hand here, so I want to try to get as much on the board as I can. Now, if he, you know, executes it, or Slam executes, or he can't do Arcanite Reaper just yet. He's 1 mana shy, and he's used his coin. Then so be it, but I still feel like I made the right decision there. Okay, Kor'kon Elite will let him kill my Yeti with the Novice Engineer, so he's not getting ahead, he's just staying equal. Notice how this opponent knows the importance of killing minions, so he's actually good at this game. We're going to go ahead and play Knife Juggler and Cobra. A little risky here, these guys do die to Fiery War Axe, but still feel like it was worth it to get those both down. He armors up on turn 5, that is excellent news. And then he plays a Shattered Sun Cleric for nothing. Oh my gosh. Well, the thing is, do you kill this thing with Arcane Explosion Fireblast? Or do you trade off one of your prime minions for it? No, I'm just going to play Sunwalker. This is a little bit risky to hide my minions behind the Sunwalker like this. But Warriors have a difficult time with Sunwalkers. I could have played a Berserker or a Dark Iron Dwarf, and if the Knife Juggler hit this, I could have pinged this to death. But I liked the idea of getting the Sunwalker down. Because again, Warriors have a difficult time dealing with that. Cult Master is not the greatest, actually, here. So, okay, so he's drawing 2 cards for 2 mana, which is like a good Arcane Intellect. So he's going to get 3 cards this turn. But if you look at the actual card situation, he has 9 cards to my 7, soon to be 8. So I'm actually still doing fine on cards. Dark Iron Dwarf plus Big Game Hunter cannot quite kill this, but I can play a Sea Giant here and a Berserker, so I will do that. Let's do Berserker. Unfortunately, the Knife Juggler missed. Let's do Sea Giant. Knife Juggler missed again. I'm actually going to throw the Knife Juggler for the Cult Master. The Cobra and the Sunwalker are valuable. I don't want to drop this down to 1 health, where it's Execute or Whirlwindable, and I don't want to lose this, because this is amazing right here. He actually has a Big Game Hunter. Are you goddamn kidding me? He will not play anything for this Cobra to die, which is totally sensible. It's going to actually cleave, which does nothing, and it might even enrage my guy, which it does. Does he have a whirlwind or an execute to finish this off? He should. Otherwise, cleaving was a terrible mistake. He's actually going to panda that? Alright. Well, I just don't have any targets for it anytime soon, unless he has a Dark Iron Dwarf. Okay. Let's think about the situation here. Alright, what I'm going to do here is... I can just dollar on Mage and Arcane Explosion. Wait, can I win? This is 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. No, I can't win. So he has the Big Game Hunter in his hand. This will trade with any of my minions. Alright, we're going to take a little bit of a chance here. I'm going to do Arcane Explosion. Ping his face. Swing. Man, my opponents have addressed Sea Giant extremely well. Big Game Hunter and Hunter's Mark with Snake Trap. Both very good answers. But he's on death's door here, so he's got to do something. He hasn't had executes. He hasn't had whirlwinds. Is he going to do something good? This is his last chance with 8 big cards. Lots of possible answers he could have. He's going to execute, presumably, my Berserker, because he hits harder. Notice, do you see how good that 2-drop was? He was an Amani Berserker. He actually chose to kill a 2-drop over a 6-drop. That's how good the Berserker is. And he's finally killing my Cobra. So he's finally... oh, he got a taunt. Fuck. I was going to get him down to... man, that's annoying. Shit. Well, now what I have to do is this... that... ping his face and play Spellbender. So I am threatening lethal here. This is 4, 5, 6. So if he armors up, I can still kill him. But he's got 5 cards to answer my threat with. Nice thing is Spellbender will redirect some things, but it will not, however, redirect things like Cleave or Whirlwind. Oh no! Oh my god, this is actually really disastrous. I used my Dark Iron Dwarf, so I can't buff the Spiteful Smith anymore, but I got a Polymorph! Oh my god, Polymorph. Well, you know what? You can't even say that I was lucky here, because my opponent was pretty well equipped. He had a lot of good stuff. And I feel like it's only fair that I got some good stuff myself. So, yay, we win. That was a bit harrowing, though. Gannick had a good deck. I can see him doing very well in this arena. Alright, so we're 4-0 as a mage. Didn't even notice that I was undefeated. But still, I feel like I was mostly well-deserved. I did get a little bit lucky against the warrior. Against the paladin, I got lucky because he played bad. So I should probably be at 3-1 or maybe 2-2 if I were unlucky. So I'm not, like, horrendously lucky here. I feel like 2 of the wins were amply well-deserved. And honestly, against the warrior, it was pretty well-deserved. I still could have won the game even if I hadn't top-decked Polymorph there. It just would have been a little bit trickier. Plus, yeah, he had a big game hunter for my Sea Giant. He can't complain about luck. Mage versus Mage, the diddler, really? So, in the last arena, I played against Douche the Mage, and I'm such a fatty the Mage, and now we're playing against the diddler. Oh, do you keep a Yeti? I'm not going to keep the Yeti. I mean, mages can kill that with Fireball and Polymorph, so really keeping that seems silly. Plus, I have a bunch of 4-drops, and I might just get them back like I did here. Okay, let's hope my opponent has a slow start. I don't want to see any coin 2-drops. I don't want to see any Mana Worms. He's holding a card like it's a Mana Worm. Maybe. I find that oftentimes a lot of people hover over a card, and it's not actually something they're going to play. They just hover over it. Swamp Ooze. Alright, well, we'll just play the Berserker and try to trade with it. Hopefully nothing funky happens. Ooh, I can actually play the Wolf. I'm going to play the Wolf. Wolf is a less valuable creature to me than the Berserker is. So we'll hang on to the Berserker and try to use the Wolf to trade. She's used the coin, so there's no Shattered Sun Cleric here. Is she going to ping this? That's awfully interesting. I guess I wouldn't mind if she did that. She's going to ping that and hit me in the face, I guess. As I've said many times before, do not endorse this plan. I feel like you should always just trade with your opponent's stuff. So we will go ahead and kill the Ooze. She gets away with it. And we're going to drop a Water Elemental next turn. It's nice being first player when the second player uses their coin on turn 1 because it means that you get to drop your Water Elemental first. Razorman Raptor. Alright, well, not the end of the world. It's unfortunate, of course, I'm losing Berserker to the Raptor, but I still get to drop Water Elemental here. And I, unlike my opponent, I'm not going to play any games. We're just going to go ahead and get the kill. Now I've got a Fireball for her Water Elementals. Of course, she could have a Fireball for mine. That would be really annoying. No, she just has her own Water Elemental. Good, good. I'd much rather she play her own one than kill mine. Because I want to kill that. Yep. Too bad Stampeding Kodo doesn't kill things with 3 or less attack. Of course, then it would just be freaking broken. It should cost like 6 mana at that point. Anyway, turn 6. What am I gonna do?
Ready, sir.
I guess I'm gonna use my Stampeding Kodo to kill this guy. What are my alternatives? I could draw cards. No, we're just gonna play this. This seems fine. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit this. The reason I'm hitting it is if I didn't hit it, she could use it to attack my Kodo and ping the Kodo to death. Now it's frozen, I can ping it to death, and my creatures can both survive. So I'm catching a little bit ahead of her here. I hope she plays a Ventricle Mercenary. That would be great. I could use the Big Game Hunter to kill that. If she plays Boulder Fist Ogre, that would be very bad. I cannot kill that with Big Game Hunter. It's only 6 attack, and I cannot buff its attack in any way. So she's got a couple of very good and very bad cards she could play here. She's hovering over this guy like she doesn't know if he's frozen. Or what frozen means. Frozen. It ain't just a movie, bitches. Ho! Anyway, the Diddler. God, that's such a troll name. I would hate to lose to the Diddler. Really would hate to lose to the Diddler there. Alright, she plays a pretty good card. Okay. She's going to ping my Water Elemental. Smart. So this person does know how to target her pings at least. You know, I wouldn't actually mind an Arcane Explosion here. Alright, we're going to go for it. Okay. I could play Dark Iron Dwarf, but I'd like to actually keep that for Big Game Hunter. So let's ping this to death. Let's kill this thing. And I'm going to go ahead and just freeze that thing. Even though it means I die, I can ping it to death perhaps next turn if I am not using the Dark Iron Dwarf Big Game Hunter combo to kill a big drop of hers. So she has 6 cards to my 7, soon to be 8. I'm sneaking ahead in cards. Sunwalker's a bit dangerous. She probably has a Polymorph by this point. This actually is interesting because I can't do the whole Dark Iron Dwarf shenanigan thing. But what I will do then is ping this to death, ignore the Gurubashi, hit her in the face, and I can either play a Sunwalker or a Cobra. I'm going to actually think about this. Let's actually play Cobra. Well, if I play Cobra and Mage, she could Flame Strike. If I play Sunwalker, she could Polymorph. If I could play Water Elemental. It's kind of like towing a middle ground here. If I could play Water Elemental, try to bait out Polymorph. Is it worth it, though? I could just spend more mana and get the Sunwalker out. No, let's do this. This is a very strange maneuver because I'm spending 4 mana instead of spending 6. But I really feel there's value to baiting a Polymorph on Water Elemental so that Sunwalker she has less answers to. Now she can kill my Kodo with the Gurubashi and advance up to 5 attack, but then I could actually ping it again, make it go up to 7, kill it with Big Game Hunter. That's 5 of my mana. I'd still have 4 mana left over and I could still play some... Oh geez, wow, what the hell is going on here? She gets 2 mana discount on her spells. She's actually going to do that. I see. She's going to run the Gurubashi into enrage it? Or she's going for the... Well, we'll see. This could be the targeting bug. It is not the targeting bug. She is actually just not enraging that thing. Well, I could ping it, Dark Iron Dwarf, and Big Game Hunter. That would be all 9 of my mana. Kind of ridiculous that I have not gotten Blizzard or Flame Strike here. Well, okay, it's not ridiculous, I guess. We'll do that. Alright, well, let's see if she just really doesn't have a Polymorph. I would have expected her to use it here. It seemed like it was much better than Blizzard. She's going to ping off. Is she pinging off the Divine Shield? She is. She does not have a Polymorph. She could have a Fireball, though. I still would have expected her to use Fireball against Water Elemental, however. Still hoping she plays something I can Big Game Hunter that's better than the Gurubashi Berserker. She has a Flame Strike. Interesting. So this thing hangs on for dear life. She has Arcane Missiles to finish it off. Alright. Well, I have card advantage, but she is very persistent at clearing off everything I play. I have my own Flame Strike. This thing will survive with 3 health. Yeah, that's not really good enough. I really wish she would have pinged this or something at some point. I don't want to just play the Cobra because the Sorcerer's Apprentice will just kill it. Fuck. Oh my god. Wow, my opponent is being really obnoxious. Alright, well here's what we're going to do then. We're going to ping that. We're going to Dark Iron Dwarf. We're gonna big game Hunter. So I put 2 beefy minions on the board. Preserve my Flame Strike, preserve my Cobra. And we'll see what she wants to do. She could obviously use this to kill this, or use this plus ping to kill that. But I'm way ahead on cards. I have 6 to her 4. So my health is a little bit of a concern. I have no healing in this deck. But unless she has like 3 fireballs or something here, she shouldn't be able to burn me out. Frost Nova is annoying because I cannot silence. I don't have any silence in my deck. She will ping that to try to finish it off the following turn. Alright. Well, I think the right move here is this. I'm going to Flame Strike to kill 2 minions. And then we're going to play a Cobra. So the idea here is that now any big thing she plays, the Cobra's already there to kill it. So she has to have removal for this and then play the big thing. I'm at 15 health. She's only got 2 cards. She should not be able to burn me out. She doesn't have any mass removal. She just pings off my big game Hunter. What is she going to do here? Are you friggin' kidding me? Oh my god. Are you fucking kidding me? Stampeding Kodo for the Cobra, ladies and motherfucking gentlemen. Well, Sea Giant's pretty good. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And we're going to do this. So she has to have Polymorph. Fireball's not good enough. She's only got 2 cards. This will start pounding away. Notice how much better this was than a Pyroblast. Pyroblast, I could have gotten her down to 14 health. Who cares? This is a lot better. She's going to get to draw a card, which is kind of annoying. I don't want her getting bodies and drawing cards. Oh, that's actually really... That was a really good card for her here. I have to redivert 8 damage to kill it. And she got to have a card off of the deal. Well, I am going to do it, though. I think it would be crazy not to. I'm going to keep Dalaran Mage in my hand. It doesn't hit very hard, and I want to keep it so I can play it with Arcane Explosion if need be. I could deal 2 damage across the board, plus a 3rd with the ping. I messed up. I should have put Fairy Dragon in the middle in case of Cone of Cold. If she actually plays Cone of Cold here, that would be very frustrating. Mana Worm? Oh my god, please don't do Cone of Cold. I will feel so bad. She has Arcane Intellect. Okay, that's fine. I'll kill this with my Fairy Dragon. But she keeps drawing cards. Man, this card draw is saving her. The Gnomish Inventor and the Arcane Intellect, it is saving her. She has Fireball for the Sea Giant. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sigh. She's... Man. Hanging steady with those cards. Alright, I'm gonna kill this. Ping this. I'm trying to hit her as hard as I can now. I'm just gonna have to play this thing. I can't hold on to it any longer. And I'll still hang on to this Dalaran Mage. It only hits for 1 damage a turn. That's not going to make her break things, I don't think. And I want to keep it in my hand with the Arcane Explosion. Okay, she has 3 cards. Because with the Gnomish Inventor and the Arcane Intellect, she has like 3 more cards than she should. Well, 2 more cards than she should. Argent Commander will actually kill off my Berserker. Here's where I'll do the Dalaran Mage Arcane Explosion. Because I don't want to lose the Blood Knight. Yeah. Okay, this is actually great. I can do everything. I can do Dalaran Mage. Well, I can actually Arcane Explosion ping and keep the Dalaran Mage in my hand, but why do that? Dalaran Mage, Yeti, hit. Alright, she has 3 cards. She needs a Flame Strike. She's already played a Flame Strike, I think, and a Blizzard, if I'm not mistaken, but she needs 1 more Flame Strike here to hang in it. She has the Flame Strike! Are you god damn kidding me? So, I have nothing. She's 2 cards ahead of me. And yeah, she's 2 cards ahead of me. So the card draw plus just having the absolute perfect cards all the time. She has an Archmage. Are you goddamn kidding me? Well, I feel like I still have 2 Polymorphs in here. I might get fatigued. Well, she's gonna actually get fatigued out before I do, which is good. But I definitely have a Polymorph in here. Do I play this as a 4/4? Yeah, I gotta do it. If she hits me, I might just get burned out. So, I mean, she could kill me anyway. She could just, like, hit me and then Fireball wins the game. Wouldn't surprise me for her to have it. She has a Polymorph. I don't get a Polymorph, but she does. Of course she does. And she has a secret. Oh, man. She couldn't even play more minions for me to kill with Blizzard. Fuck. Polymorph, please? Mad Bomber. Are you goddamn kidding me? Well, we have to play it. There's no choice. Hopefully it's a mirror entity, and it copies this thing. Nope, not a chance. Let's Blizzard up to save the attack. It's not a counterspell at least, or mirror entity. Okay, good. Ping this. We can kill it the following turn. I think, no, I've already used Flame Strike here. I need Polymorph, man. I need Polymorph, although this is still possibly a Spellbender. Oh, man, Fireball and she wins the game. She's got too much health, though. I will not win if she has a Fireball, or if I draw my Fireball. Arcane Missiles, no! Oh my god. Wow, this game, this was a game. This was, and she actually gets to silence us and attack with it and kill me next turn. That's great. Oh, fuck you. That was a load of bullshit. Well, I guess I got lucky in my other games, so I can't complain too much about this one, but man, that was horse shit in the extreme. It was just like a wagon full of horse shit. It was so full, the horse shit's just spilling out of the edges and dropping on the streets. I mean, I gotta give her credit. Drafting cards like Gnomish Inventor and Arcane Intellect won her that game. Because I was ahead on cards, but she just had enough, and then with removal, she was able to draw up and kill my stuff, and then that was that. Man, Gnomish Inventor in front of the Sea Giant was very good for her. Now, maybe I should have hit her in the face with Sea Giant. She would have ended the game at 5 health. I still couldn't have killed her, but I should have tried. Perhaps.
Jaina versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
We'll
tear you apart.
Tom 7 streams. Interesting name. Well, I should keep the Polymorph. Because I've got early plays. I have a turn 1, turn 2, and turn 3 play, so I might as well keep this. So that I can kill any water elementals that she drops on turn 4. Spellbender has not been useful yet. Not at all. She has the kill for my fairy dragon, sadly. Had I played the wolf first, I could have killed the ooze with the wolf, and now I'd have a fairy dragon. But I still think it's right to play the fairy dragon first in case of a 2-3. Well, let's play the panther, see if she has mirror entity. She does. It's not a big deal. The wolf is great to trade for this panther. She could, of course, hide the panther. Then she'd have a kill for my Yeti. That would be annoying. I also have no qualms about killing her panther with mine. If, let's say, she attacks with the panther and frostbolts the wolf, because that's just like a 3-mana mirror entity killing my 3-mana card, which is fine. I think that playing the Panther was correct. I mean, if I had tried to delay the inevitable with Spellbender or Arcane Intellect, then she'd be getting a Yeti off the mirror entity. She's going to try to kill my creatures with Arcane Missiles. That was probably the worst that could happen, unless she, for her, because lets her kill the wolf. Well, not the worst, but it lets her kill the wolf, but my Panther still lives. So she's going to mirror image. I see. Well, that was a pretty clever move. So now this thing's damaged for 1. Which means if I attack a mirror image, she can ping it to death. But I am going to actually attack a mirror image. The reason I'm attacking mirror image is that if she pings this, she cannot ping my Yeti also, and then the Panther can't kill my Yeti. Got a Blood Knight. Wouldn't mind seeing her drop a Divine Shield creature for me. She's up a card because Arcane Missiles essentially killed my wolf and my panther, but I'm going to go up a card when I kill off this mirror image. That panther that I gave her is actually dealing a lot of damage. It's already hit me 2 times and it'll hit me a 3rd time. So yeah, it dealt 12 damage to me. I guess that was pretty good for 3 mana. Well, we're going to have to hope that our superior card quality will get us back. Because, you know, you can be at 17 health against a mage and it's not the end of the world unless they get a prodigious number of fireballs. And really, she should be fireballing my Yetis unless she takes a big risk. Oh, man. She can actually throw away the Panther, get a card, and she can still... Oh, fuck. Ping it off. God damn it. And now I can kill this Cult Master, but then the Yeti's at 1 health. Oh, my God. That's frustrating. Okay, Wolf Rider. Very, very good card here. We're going to kill the Cult Master that way. Take this opportunity to drop a Spellbender in case she Fireball or Polymorphs my Yeti. I can protect it that way. The cool thing about spellbending a Polymorph is that you get to keep your sheep. If you counterspell a Polymorph, you don't get a sheep. If you Spellbender the Polymorph, you do get a sheep. Little things like that. So she has 6 cards to my 5, soon to be 6. One of my cards is Spellbender. If it never activates, I'll be in trouble. But I think it'll probably activate at some point against a mage. Like right there, Frostbolt. Looky dat. Looky dat. Looky dat. Doink. She has another Frostbolt. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Alright, well. The Yeti's going to die to Fireblast next turn. I wish I had a Silence in here. Water Elemental! That's pretty good. Do I Water Elemental and ping this? Or do I Arcane Intellect? I'm going to Water Elemental. I'm actually going to ping this thing. If I ping it and kill it next turn, I get a card up. And it's really important for me to get every card I can. Since we're in a really neck-and-neck battle. Kind of like I was against the last mage. Well, I lost last one. Hopefully this time I'll get my Sea Giant and it'll actually stick. Okay, she will ping my Yeti off. What's she going to do about this elemental? I hope she plays a really big minion because, like, Sunwalker or Ogre here would be great to use my Polymorph on. If she keeps playing little junk like this, I could actually run up into trouble if I don't get my Blizzard. That is Frostbolt number 3, ladies and gentlemen. And she will trade this because she knew it was going to die anyway. Well, can she play... Okay, she plays a Twilight Drake. 4-3. That's not really worth using Polymorph on. Might have to anyway. Alright, let's draw cards this time. There's what I needed. Alright, so she can run the Twilight Drake in and ping it, but that was better than anything else. So I'm hanging on to this just in case she does get a Sunwalker, or if I got my own Sunwalker, I would totally suck off. I would totally suck off my own Sunwalker. No hesitation. I would suck it off and I would like it. She's going to try to kill this without having to Pyroblast it, which I don't really care about. It doesn't matter to me if that gets Fireblasted or not. What I'm more annoyed by is that she's not playing anything worth polymorphing. Okay, that'll get polymorphed. I do have one more polymorph in this deck, so hopefully if she drops anything else that's big, I'll get it in time. Oh man, this is annoying. I don't have good answers to this. Well, there's the other polymorph, so we'll do that. We'll do that. And I guess I'll do that. To trade against her Knife Juggler. She's only got 2 cards here. This is very similar to the last mage, where I'm ahead on cards, but she's hanging on in there. If she keeps on drawing cards, and we're playing really good stuff, I could lose. I just wanted to play like a generic big minion. Oh my gosh, really? The turn after I play the Blood Knight. Well, I could have played the Dalaran Mage instead, and then I would have been able to suck off her Sunwalker. But I chose not to do that, and this is what I get. Alright, well, we'll use the other Polymorph. And I'll play this. I could have put this down to just have a 4-4, but I feel like this could still be useful, not only for helping this trade up into something better, but also if I draw the big game Hunter. Now that I have used both Polymorphs, I'm sort of out of answers other than Fireball for big stuff. Just gonna... damn it! Damn it! Now we're equal on cards. I'll draw one ahead, but my board presence is pretty negligible. Leper Gnome is music to my eyes, because this thing is just like one of the worst top decks you could have possibly gotten. That is no good for her. We actually get a Sea Giant here. That is great. So we're gonna Sea Giant, ping, hit in the face. Sea Giant has like an 0 for 10 record of success in this arena. He got Hunter's Marked, He got Big Game Hunted, and then he got Gnomish Inventor Fireballed, all of which are extremely efficient answers. Obviously, the Big Game Hunter being the best. And there's a Polymorph for it. Okie dokie. I guess Sea Giant is just not going to do anything good. It's still better than the, what's her face, Pyroblast would have been, but damn. Alright, let's go ahead and do Arcane Explosion. Let's kill that Fairy Dragon off. Thank you, spell damage. Hit her in the face. I am not going to Fireball her face. It will be nice if I can use this to kill her with, but I think it would be much more important for killing off a big creature like a Water Elemental or a Boulder Fist Ogre or something. I just wanted to play creatures and not kill my creatures. That's all I ask. Not that big, though. Well, no, this is 7 damage because of spell damage. Yes! Ah, yes. Stampeding Kodo. Thanks for nothing, bitch. Alright, so we're going to do 7 damage. This down on Mage, you can see, being pretty effective. Can't play the Kodo, which is just as well. I wasn't sure if I wanted to. Hopefully she'll play something that Kodo can munch on. My last Mage opponent did actually play a Gorobashi Berserker, but I think I'd already used the Kodo at that point for something else. Gorobashi, Warden, Flame Strike. Are you goddamn kidding me? Are you goddamned kidding me? Well, so I'm a card ahead, and I'm getting to play first, so I've got the advantage here. I've got a 3-5 for 5. Alright, well, this is actually not bad. A 3-5 and a 5-5. Both pretty solid. If she has another Flame Strike, she cannot clear my board, but she can clear it over 2 turns with the help of Fire Blasts. Alright, well, how good are her cards? Cone of Cold sets her up for a Flame Strike, but honestly it's not that good here. It is saving her from 8 damage, so it's buying her time, but she needs more than time here because I'm just ahead. Blizzard could be good. I'd use it against one creature just as a freeze. And a Whittle Down. She has this card which she held onto. That could actually be a Pyroblast. Otherwise, it's kind of suspicious that for 6 mana she had no removal and no other creatures to play. And this is like a Mountain Giant. Oh, Shield Bear. Oh boy. Grizzly Fo Shizzly is that. Alright. Okay, well, let's go ahead and Flame Strike away her stuff. And we're threatening lethal damage. Either the Kodo or the Warlord will do the job. So this, I feel, is how the last game should have gone. And I guess I'm glad that it went this way, otherwise it would have been really sad. Oh my gosh, she actually gets to kill my creatures. I spoke too soon. She gets to kill them both before I can attack. I don't have any silences in this deck. Mad Bomber. Yeah, we're going to play it because it's threatening to kill her. Okay. Anyone who puts MVP Mad Bomber in the comments, let me just preemptively say, fuck you. Fuck you, that wasn't the point. Even if all the barrels had hit my face, the Mad Bomber was threatening the kill, which was the point of playing that card. It was just a 3-2 is all I wanted it to be. That was a pretty hilarious finish. I feel kind of bad. I feel like I've used up some good luck when it was totally irrelevant. But as a logical person, I know that's not true. There's no such thing as using up your luck. All events are independent of each other. All events are independent. Alright, my Mage is playing up against the Mope. Interesting. My girlfriend's name is the Moth. I thought it was my girlfriend for a moment, which can't be because she's not on my friends list anymore. But no, it's the Mope. I'm first against a Rogue because that is the story of my goddamn life. We got 2 Polymorphs, which is actually abysmal. This is terrible. This is terrible. Water Elemental's pretty good. If you can get this to stick and it can pound the Rogue, that really reduces the Rogue's effectiveness. She passes turn 1, which is a Dream, and she plays... and I top deck an Amadi Berserker, which is also a Dream. Now if she plays a 3 toughness minion, I can actually trade up and kill it with the Wolf, which is great. She can also dagger backstab it, but she takes 5 damage for that. She'll do this. Okay, well, so my guy will just trade. Once again, you know, had I played the Wolf first, I could have gotten to keep the better creature, but I still feel like it's correct to play the better creature first, because if your opponent has an answer to it, like a good answer to your weak creature, then you might end up with nothing. This is actually a pretty good card for her, but I will drop a Water Elemental and sit tight. So the idea here is that the guy can run into my Wolf and kill it and get enraged, but then I can ping it to death. So now my opponent could have something that would, like, making this really bad for me. But then if I can always polymorph it if need be. It's annoying that I have to ping instead of using my other water elemental, but that's life. And I don't mind getting to hit a rogue's face with a water elemental if that's what I end up doing. Alright, that is not a big deal. Man, I'd love to play the other water elemental here. That would be great. But yeah, this thing needs to die. She might be thinking about backstabbing this. She decides not to. Arcane Explosion will kill this and damage that, and that would let me clear her board. But I don't think that's actually worth it. I still can't do anything after I Arcane Explosion. I might as well freeze her face here. 2-4 against a 3-6 is pretty abysmal. Now next turn, if she does run into here, I can ping this to death. And then play the other water elemental. She's going to backstab, and what else? Eviscerate? Dark Iron Dwarf. Well, that's a pretty good answer. That's actually a really good answer. Ah, damn it, that's too good for words. Alright, well, that's life, I guess. We're gonna play the other water elemental then. Ping this thing to death. That's the turn. So she's doing fine on cards. She has 8 to my 6, soon to be 7, but I was the first player. I could catch up next turn with Flame Strike if she does not throw this dwarf at my elemental. A second Dark Iron Dwarf or an Abusive Sergeant would be very good for her here. Windfury Harpy. That's a little bit scary. Because Flame Strike won't kill it. I don't have enough mana to Flame Strike ping. Ugh. Alright, we're gonna have to polymorph this thing. And, I'm gonna hit her in the face. I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk here. Well, damn it. If I play Spellbender, the problem is that she has 5 power here, so anything else in the water elemental will go down. But I really want to play a Spellbender. I'm going to play Spellbender. Trust my instincts. Just got a feeling if that's the card I need to play. If I can Spellbend and Eviscerate or something, that's really, really good. Hopefully she'll just hit my face with these minions and I can Flame Strike next turn, but that's unlikely, I know. She is hitting my face, so that's good. I'm happy about that. Man, this guy is so fucking broken. It just hurts my eyes. Even though he's working for me, I feel like a deep pit of shame at the base of my soul that I am actually using this card. She has a lot of cards. She has Wolf Rider. That will not be enough to kill us unless she can back it up with like an Abusive Sergeant or a Cold Blood. Cold Blood, however, would get stolen by Spellbender. She now knows it's not Vaporizer, Ice Armor, or Mirror Entity, so she, you know, knows it's one of the wacky spells. She knows it's Counterspell or Spellbender, so she's going to be very careful with her spells. She's going to make a dagger that she can't use, which is fine. Okay. Got a couple of options here. I want to play this, this, and this, but that's 9 mana. I'm a little bit short. I could play Senjin, just because it's a really good card. An Arcane Explosion that'll kill the sheep and the Wolf Rider, and then I'll drop this to 3 health. And then I can just finish it off. Alright, we'll do that. Save the Flame Strike. Use the Arcane Explosion while it's still good. Now, do I actually... I could let this be handled by the Senjin. Alright, we'll do that. I'm gonna freeze her face. I just really want to keep freezing her face, is the thing. It seems like a good time. Stop her from getting hits with the dagger. And in case she backstabs or eviscerates... Yeah, rogues don't have too much untargeted removal. She's going to use a 6-drop to kill my 4-drop, which I'm okay with. Coin. So now she knows it's not Counterspell, because that would have gotten countered. And she plays a Cobra. Cobra Kai. Alright. So she's getting a lot of damage on me, which I'm okay with. Alright, well, we could Wolf Rider to kill her stuff piecemeal. Or I could Flame Strike. The advantage of using Wolf Rider is I could also play this Panther and start to get more damage through. Wolf Rider this, Water Elemental that. It'll be at 2 health. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, let's Flame Strike. Keep her frozen. Next turn I can do Wolf Rider, Panther, and Polymorph. She knows it's not Counterspell. She knows it's either Spellbender or Spell Block. I believe most strong players would be more likely to guess that it's a Spellbender, just because that is... you know, it just sucks less. She's going all out against Flame Strike here, because I just used my Flame Strike. I actually top deck Blood Knight, which is kind of amazing. So let's do that to suck off the Scarlet Crusader. We'll ping it to death. I can't win. Yeah, we're gonna ping it to death. We're gonna kill the Flesh Eating. Oh, geez, I screwed up. That was a mistake. That was a terrible mistake. We're gonna play Wolf Rider. I'm taking an extra point of damage on this Water Elemental for no reason. This should be a 3-4, and she can finally use her dagger. So, will she kill this? It's a little bit tricky to kill because of Spellbender here. Another Reckless Rocketeer. She could actually maybe kill me. Is she gonna kill me? She could potentially try to race me out. No, she's gonna kill my Blood Knight. With her dagger, though, that's pretty impressive. Alright, I'm gonna let her have a card off the Acolyte, because I think that freezing her and giving her, or having her take more damage isn't worth it. I could have polymorphed it, but I'm gonna gamble that get her a card, her one card she gets off this guy isn't gonna make the difference. I'm actually threatening lethal here. Still have a Spellbender, so her removal is not going to be effective. She's going to draw a card. That's fine. Still feeling pretty good because I can polymorph any taunts and I can Spellbend any removal. She's going to draw another card. That deserves a well played. So she's getting a lot of cards off of this. She got 2 cards off it because I chose not to polymorph it. And she's going to play Fairy Dragon. Does she have anything else? No, I've got lethal. Alright, well played. Water Elementals. Motherfucking overpowered. I will be the first to say it, even as I kill people with it. But that's the thing, you know, when people complain that stuff is overpowered, there's a limit to how much complaining you can do, honestly, since, you know, if you think something's overpowered, then just use it. That's why it always amazes me. Like, I never even played StarCraft or StarCraft 2, but, like, I used to watch StarCraft 2 videos on YouTube a lot. And it'd always be funny when people would become like, oh my god, Terran is so overpowered. Okay, if you actually think that Terran is overpowered, then play Terran, and then kill everyone with it, and become the best player in the world. If you're playing as that race, and you're not winning every game that you ever play, then either you suck, or it's not actually overpowered. It just seems like logically dismissible anytime people claim that something's overpowered when people have a choice over what they play. Zircon the Mage, third different Mage. Oh man, well, I'm going to be very greedy here. We're going to just keep this whole hand. I'm not even sure I'm going to coin a 2-drop. Normally I would. But I kind of want to play Berserker on turn 2 and play back-to-back 4s. Yeah, it's really tempting to coin a Mad Bomber and then play the Berserker afterwards, but I'm just going to play it slow. I'm going to just play the Mad Bomber. Oh god. This is annoying. Yeah, we'll do it. I just hope none of the barrels hit it, which is obviously a dim hope. Or they could just all 3 hit it. Anyone who's about to post in the comments, MVP Mad Bomber, fuck you preemptively. That was absurd luck. That was 1 in 27 odds of that happening. That will probably win me the game, if I had to guess, because that is just outrageous. Basically what I was counting on was she, it gets enraged, she hits me for 5. If my Mad Bomber lives, I can then trade against the Berserker for it. Now, I guess that was risky because she did end up having a Frostbolt, so if I had enraged this but didn't kill it, then what would have happened is she would have hit me. Let's say I only hit it 1 time. Let's say I only hit it 1 time. She hits me for 5, she Frostbolts my Mad Bomber, then I can't ping it to death, and I can't play my 4-drops, because then her 5-2 best 2-drop in the game would kill them. I would have had to play the Wolf Rider and kill it off, which I guess wouldn't have been the end of the world. So I would have taken 5 damage instead of 2 damage normally. Yeah, it's alright. I think I would have been fine. She plays that, and she pings off my sheep. Is it worth it to hit this to give her a card? There's no point in freezing her, so yeah, I might as well just do this. Give her card. What I'm going to do here is play the Berserker and take this opportunity to Spellbend. Now, I'm not beyond playing a Wolf Rider against a Mage. I don't mind baiting her to use a third of her mana killing it, but I think taking the opportunity to play Spellbender is really good to stop fireballs and polymorphs. Oh, please. No, it's a Stormsuck Commando. Why? Who plays that card? Lame. Alright, so you can play Sunwalker here. I'm going to play Sunwalker. Now, the reason I'm playing Sunwalker instead of Wolf Rider to kill this and a Panther is that I want to bait out her polymorph. And, and have the Spellbender eat the Polymorph. Now she knows it's not Mirror Entity, but she has not attacked me yet, I don't think. So she does not know that it isn't Ice Armor or Vaporize. There it is. Okay, perfect. So we just ate a Fireball. Now I need to be careful because if I do play the Wolf Rider and the Panther, everything I have dies to Flame Strike. Stampeding Kodo. Alright, we'll hedge our bets. I'm going to do this. Hit her in the face for 7. I'm going to ping her. I'm going to say, okay, what do you want to do? I'm going to play Flame Strike to kill 2 of my minions and leave 1 at 1 health. Do you want a Blizzard? What do you want to do? I'm not going to throw this creature into the grinder, though. Oh, no, that's not good. She's going to draw 3 cards there. Ugh. That's gross. Alright, what I'm going to do here, then, is this. I'm going to... yeah, let's use the Wolf Rider to kill this guy. So I could play the Cobra, but the problem with the Cobra is everything does just add a Flame Strike. So what I'm going to do is just hit her in the face some more. And put her in a position where she has to Flame Strike and spend her whole turn killing my board to live. And then I repopulate with the Cobra and the Kodo. And then hope that those will get the killing blows. Oh, did she just top deck a Flame Strike? That would be sad. Oh, she just got a Fireball. No Flame Strike for this Mage. Oh my gosh. If she doesn't have enough removal, this is lethal damage. Arcane Missiles. She needs to hit this Panther or she loses. She hit the Water Elemental twice and the Panther once. Oh, she never hit my face. That's unfortunate. Oh, she has another Arcane Missile. No! Okay, she didn't have a Flame Strike, but it doesn't matter. She cleared my board out anyway. Well, if I draw a Fireball, I win. I still have a Fireball in my deck. Dire Wolf Alpha, huh? Well, let's do this. I'm gonna ping. I don't want to miss chances to ping her face. Because if I have to ping her to death, then that's what I'm gonna do. I want to keep putting her in a position where she has to keep on clearing my board. I've got a Blizzard to slow her down, Arcane Explosion to maybe kill some stuff. This is very good for me to see. Okay, that's a little bit less good, unfortunately. Now she will actually stop me from attacking. Big Game Hunter is not very good without a Dark Iron Dwarf to back him up. Alright, let's do this. I'm going to Blizzard. I'm going to ping her face. Let me think about this. Do I need to ping her face at all here? Or is it better to ping one of these and then Arcane Explosion? Yeah, I'm going to ping her face, just in case. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, I can Arcane Explosion, ping. I can get through with the Kodo. That's actually better. So we're going to do this. Ping. Use the Wolf. Hit for 3. So I'm threatening lethal and she's dead in 3 turns to Pyroblast. I've got a ton of health. So she has to get life gain or she loses in 3 turns. I don't think she can kill me in 3 turns. She's in a lot of trouble. But if she has life gain, if she gets like an Earthring Farser, she could catch right back up. Nope, she's going to concede.
Well played.
Alright, well, we lost 1 to a Mage, but the other 2 mages, or 3 mages that we faced all went down, so I guess I'm a better than average Mage. So I'm good even for a Mage, which is awesome, and we make it to 7 wins, so I'm a little bit above 50% now in my rate of getting to 7. Very exciting. It's kind of annoying because I'm not so far above it or so far below it that I can just forget about it and stop caring. I keep being, like, really right around 50%. Like, I'll go on a hot streak and get a buffer and then lose it all on a cold streak. And then I'm like, alright, well, now I suck anymore, I can forget about it. Nope, can't forget about it, because then I get a hot streak again and I get right back in there. This hand is terrible. Just terrible. And that doesn't make it any better. So, okay. We're going to keep our 3-drop, just in case. Fatty Bear, very good name for a Druid. Wonder if he's going to play Druids of the Claw. It's 3-drop City here. Which is fine. I'll play the Berserker on turn 2. We can play the Panther on turn 3. Got my Blizzard for later if I need it. B. That's rhyming for you. Crocolisk. Well, this is annoying, but I'm going to do it. He could shapeshift Crocolisk, run in and kill this guy. Or, I guess, Wrath or Claw, and Claw would also kill it. And then I can either ping this to death or just play a Panther and ignore it. I could also coin a water elemental, which is very strong. Alright. That was yeah, that was the right move. He's gonna take more damage for doing this way, but then if he had shapeshifted it first, then the Crocolisk would have died, so he made the right call there. I just went kind of crazy for a second. Alright. Yeah, we'll play the Panther. I'm gonna let this thing live. I think it's worth it to let this thing live in exchange for getting my own minions down. Showin Yeti, very annoying. Luckily, I have a really good play this turn. Really good. I can ping this, play the Wolf, and the Panther trades up into the Yeti. It's a really good turn. Now we can play Water Elemental next turn. Dad'll play the Frost Wolf Warlord as a 5/5 for 5. That seems silly. Getting Water Elemental down and trying to stop the Druid from shapeshifting is much better. Now he could, this is where he plays Druid of the Claw. Are you goddamn kidding me? Stampeding Kodo. Mine has not been nearly that good. God fucking hell. These Kodos are a goddamn menace to society. Ancient Watcher, does he have a Mark of the Wild or something to give this a taunt? He has a Defender of Argus. Lame. Lame. Oh lord on a fucking pony. Okay, this is bad because he can use the Defender of Argus and Shapeshift to kill it. Running in there doesn't do me any good. This is just a 5/5. That sucks. I could play both of these, but they just both die. Oh man. I don't even know what to do. Alright, we'll run in here. We'll ping it. Lord, I'm a fucking pony with those Stampeding Kodos. I can't even believe it. Well, that was a pretty good follow-up there as well, the Watcher and the Defender. So he's got the kill for my Yeti. And he's gonna claw to kill the Elemental. Oh, that's annoying. If I had Big Game Hunter, I could use the Dark Iron Dwarf and Big Game Hunter to kill that, but I don't. So Blizzard it is, I get. Well, do I really want to play a Blizzard? That seems awfully silly. It's just killing off 2 minions. That's all it's doing. Cobra. The Defender of Argus can take it out. Fuck. Alright, we're gonna Blizzard. I'm not gonna coin to Pyroblast that, though. We'll just leave it alone. Might need the coin next turn for something else. Well, I need Big Game Hunter anytime now, deck. Anytime now. Sea Giant? Nope, not quite. Not quite what the Doctor needs. What I'm going to do is make the lamest play of all time. I'm going to ping this off. Play the Cobra. Because I need the Cobra here. And the Dalaran Mage is pretty useless. I'm just going to drop him down to divert attention. So this thing can't attack, so I'm threatening to kill the Ironbark with my Cobra. He's got to have removal for the Cobra. He's already used a Starfall and a Claw. Maybe he doesn't have removal within 4 cards. Unlikely, but possible. He's got a Silence. That's good enough. Damn. Damn. Well, I've got a Sea Giant, which could trade against the Ironbark. Gonna swipe. No, that's removing my minions. I don't like that. Don't remove my minions. What's going on here? What is going on? Does he have like an Elven Archer? Is a Moonfire! Jesus H. Ballsack, Butternut, Squash, Christ. So this is going to get to hit me twice for 16 damage. I'm actually getting burned out. Unless I get my Big Game Hunter right now. Nope, not a chance. Fuck, I don't have any taunt. I am going to get hit for 8, so I'm down to 5 health. He can just pretty much just burn me out with a swipe and shapeshifts. This thing got to hit me too many times. Fuck my fucking life. Well, if this had been a Pyroblast, I could have coined Pyroblasted and killed it. That would have been better. Would have actually come in the game. Kiddo. So he's actually threatening lethal after this Ironbark hits me. With just this 5/5. I still don't have any taunt. He's gonna kill the Sea Giant! Big mistake! He should've just hit me in the face! He should've just hit me in the face. And now there's 2 things at 6. that even if I got Big Game Hunter, I couldn't kill. Doesn't matter. Alright, I'm gonna do this. 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 Coin. And this. He should have hit me in the face. And now I've got more of a chance than I deserve. If I had a Stampeding Kodo right here, did I have already used the Stampeding Kodo? No, I could still get a Stampeding Kodo. If I got Stampeding Kodo or Big Game Hunter, I could actually still win this game. I got fucking Spellbender. Well, story of my goddamned life, I guess. We're gonna Spellbend. I'm gonna use the Dark Iron Dwarf. Now, the reason I'm doing Dark Iron Dwarf is so that I still have this left over, so that I can ping this thing off to death. Spellbender, for some odd reason, does not redirect spells cast on your face. It's only when it's on a minion, so this will not protect me from his swipes or starfires to the face, sadly. He could easily kill me this turn. He's played that really quickly. I think he's got the kill here. Ah, boy. No, he's actually taking his time to trade away minions. And he's passing the turn here? How bizarre. Well, I'm not going to play Blood Knight. He clearly has a handful of removal, so might as well wait until I get a Sunwalker and I can suck it off, or he plays his Divine Shield thing that he top decks. He had 8 mana and passed turn. He pretty much passed the whole turn. Does he have... Oh, he could have buffs. He could have buffs, so then it's good that I have a Polymorph. If he does play buffs. No, he does not have buffs either. Well, when you're behind, take risks. I gotta risk polymorphing here. Did he play something bigger afterwards? He could have been trying to bait out a polymorph for dropping a bigger thing later. It's possible. Alright, we'll play this. That way, if he plays an Iron Bark, I can at least, you know, 2-for-1 into it and kill it. Yeah, he was baiting out a polymorph. This was from the left side of his hand. Well played. I really didn't think that was the case. I thought he was just having bad cards or something. Big Game Hunter is still in this deck, and of course I cannot draw it to save my goddamned life. Alright, so there's a 2-for-1. At least the Wolf Rider lets me keep the Blood Knight on the field. Arcane Explosion is pretty miserable, pretty miserably bad. My odds of winning are not 0, but they're pretty small. If he has a buff, actually, and he puts a buff on one of his minions, the Spellbender will steal it, which would be very strong for me. He knows that this is not Counterspell. He knows it's Spellbender or Ice Block. Which may be why he's afraid to target me with spells, because he thinks that maybe I have an Ice Block. Interesting use of Savage Roar there. Oh, he's going to kill this creature so that this Worgen will survive. Right, of course. Alright, this is scary. Monty Berserker. Well, it's got to be played. Obviously, don't want to ping that. That would let him just kill me. If he has a way of dealing damage to this with like a Moonfire or with a Rifleman or something. Actually, Moonfire would get redirected. Boulder Fist Ogre. I cannot address that threat. I cannot address that threat. It's actually going to kill me next turn unless I get a Fireball or another Polymorph. Man, what a protracted, annoying game. Flame Strike. Not good enough. He wins. So Spellbender was just a waste of a card and 3 mana. He never did play any targeted spells afterwards. And I polymorphed his Yeti when I could have killed it with Dark Iron Dwarf and a ping, which might have kept me in the game longer, but it seemed odd for him not to play into stuff. I don't know why he thought I had a polymorph, but perhaps he just outplayed me and I should have realized that that's what he was thinking and kept it. Lame. Well, both of my losses were really protracted battles. This deck has never been manhandled the way that in most arenas, at least once or twice, I get just rolled around. Oh man, one of my friends is rank 7. That's pretty good. Warlock, hey? Don't mind playing a Warlock, that's fine. Got a decent amount of mass removal here. I can ping off his... Well, the Warlock's 1-drops, Flame Imp, Blood Imp, and Voidwalker all cannot be just pinged off, but if he is playing some kind of aggro deck, it's nice to be a mage. Okay, let's mulligan this whole hand. This is a 3-drop, I don't care. It's just such a weak one. Might as well wait and see if I can get, or efficiency if I can get some 2-drops. Well, this is much better. 2, 3, 4. Kind of a shame to waste the battle cry, but still, it's pretty good. And he might play an Argent Squire if he's going aggro Warlock. Not all Warlocks are aggro, of course, so it could just be like a quote-unquote normal deck. He kept his whole hand. Oh, that's a little bit scary. Well, if he plays a Blood Imp, Mad Bomber is a pretty good answer to that. It's also a pretty decent answer to Flame Imp. It's actually a good answer to most of the Warlock 1-drops. God, I'm talking positively about Mad Bomber. Ugh, I'm disgusted with myself. Loot Hoarder. Well, Mad Bomber is a pretty good answer to Loot Hoarder. The odds are much higher than 50% that the Loot Hoarder is going to die right here. It's not surprising, in retrospect, that this thing... Because this thing has done a 3-for-1 all at the face or all at a minion twice in this arena, so the fact that it would like miss the Loot Hoarder is not too surprising. He does go up a card here though, because the Loot Hoarder kills the Mad Bomber and draws a card. Alright, well I'm not going to play the Blood Knight even though it costs more mana, because the Blood Knight and the Berserker both die just as well to this Ooze, so I might as well try the Berserker for the Ooze. Hope it doesn't have a Shattered Sun Cleric, and then we can drop a Water Elemental. Next turn. Oh, that was bad. I should have a Mad Bomber on the field, and that Mad Bomber could have then killed the Ooze. So basically, because let's see, what are the odds? The odds are only 8 and 27 that I would have missed that Loot Hoarder. So because I lost those odds, or it's just an overwhelming probability, this Ooze is on the field when it shouldn't be. So that's kind of unfortunate when your arena life is on the line, but you know, it's part of Hearthstone as well. I could have just played my Berserker. It would have been a much more conservative play against the Loot Hoarder because it had 3 health and it could survive. Then he would have either had to use a removal spell to kill it or just accept the loss of the Loot Hoarder. Either way, this Ooze wouldn't be here. And he's just going to trade. Okay, that's good. Mind Control attack, not a problem. Water Elemental, fucking overpowered Water Elemental is a pretty good answer to Mind Control attack. It just kills it and still has 3 health to spare, which I'm pretty happy about. What I'm not happy about is that I wasn't able to get any pressure to stick, so he can just life tap more or less freely. It would be most of his mana for the turn, so that's kind of the one thing, is I'd be able to get tempo off of it, but it would be great if he played a Silvermoon Guardian, Scarlet Crusader, or an Argent Squire, because Blood Knight is waiting in the wings, and the only Divine Shield creature I have is a Sunwalker, which is kind of hard to combo with this, obviously. He's going to Demon Fire this, which doesn't quite kill it, unless he also has a Mortal Coil. I think he does, otherwise he wouldn't do it. Yeah, he's got Mortal Coil. So he basically now has 5 cards to my 5. And he doesn't have a follow-up play. Alright, this is okay. So we're going to play Knife Juggler. I'll do the Blood Knight. Get some board presence here. My hope is he plays big things. If he plays big things, I've got answers. If he plays a bunch of little things, that's really irritating. Or if he kills my board, that would also be irritating because I only have removal. I don't have anything to actually play. Yeah, if he kills my minions this turn, like if he just plays Demon Fire Shadow Bolt, that would just be the worst, because then I wouldn't be able to do anything at all next turn. I wouldn't mind seeing him life tap, he'd go up a card, but I'm hitting him for 6 then. Okay, this is totally fine. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So here, what we do is we polymorph it. I've got enough mana left over to ping it, and most likely Fireball will be good enough. There is a chance I'll play some kind of a giant and Fireball will not be good enough, and then I will regret that I used Polymorph against Ascension, but I had the mana to spend to ping off the sheep, so I figured I might as well do it. Because sometimes letting him keep the sheep is a real problem. Ah, he's got a Scarlet Crusader. Ugh, lame. He's going to drain life to kill my Knife Juggler. which also stops me from being able to play Sea Giant. That is so irritating. So I'll ping this. We'll do that. I'm not going to throw a Fireball at a Scarlet Crusader, and we'll play a Cobra, so it's ready to kill any big thing he might play, and I've got my own big thing waiting in the wings. Hopefully it doesn't have any Siphon Souls. Siphon Soul being really the only way to get rid of a Sea Giant efficiently as Warlock. You could also, like, Shadow Bolt Soulfire as a 3-for-1, which is something I'd be fine with. Oh my god. Played a Scarlet Crusader a couple turns after I played Blood Knight, and he just had removal. He's thinking a lot. What he might be thinking about is the fact that I've held on to these two cards for a long time. So he might expect it to be Flame Strike or something. Well, the Mad Bomber misses my Cobra. Of course, if it gets to kill the Cobra... Oh, is he gonna try this again? Is that what we're doing? He probably shouldn't with the Cobra on the field. He's actually gonna go for it. And his Panda just dies. Okay. Don't really understand what he was doing, to be totally honest with you. I could play the Sea Giant, but what I'd much rather do is Arcane Intellect and ping off this Leper Gnome. Alright. So I could play a Dark Iron Dwarf. No, I really just want to ping this thing off. And I will just hit him in the face with the Cobra, because I'm pretty sure he's going to use the Mad Bomber to kill it. If he has removal for it, that's fine, that's removal. He's not sending out my other stuff. Got a pretty good drop here and a pretty good drop after it, so I should be fine. Alright, Dread and Fertile, not a problem. The fact that he has Mortal Coil is kind of annoying. Yeah, it's actually really annoying. Well, we're doing okay here. So we Fireball this thing, play a Yeti. It's unfortunate I didn't have enough mana to also Fireblast this, but that's okay. We'll Fireblast it later, I'm sure. Or the thing will go into my Yeti. Either way is fine. I'm ahead on cards. And he knows he's up against a Mage, so he's got to be very careful with his life taps. A conservative player would stop life tapping completely here. Oh man, Gnomish Inventor, so good. It hurts. He got a Storm Suck Commando to finish off my Yeti. That's unfortunate. Stampeding! Finally, I get a Stampeding Kodo. Oh my god, that actually doesn't suck. No point playing this just to have it die to the Storm Suck Commando. Let's just ping that. He could use this, but he's already used 2 Mortal Coils. What are the odds he has a third? He really wants like a Shatterstone Cleric or Abusive Sergeant or something to buff this so that he can kill the Kodo. But that was a really good Kodo. It killed off his Gnomish Inventor, threatening to kill off his Commando, maybe other little things he could play. I got a Flame Strike here. Okay, this is looking really good. I have a very strong hand. I'm ahead on life a little bit, and ahead on the board and ahead on cards. So he's got to have some amazing turns here to really catch up. He dares to life tap, so it puts us equal on cards. Power Overwhelming is not great. Just lets him kill off my Kodo. Unless he goes for the face. No, he's killing off the Kodo. He could have a Panda to put this back into his hand now. But failing that... Oh, he's going to munch it with the Void Terror. That's interesting. That could hurt a lot if he hits me with it. Alright, we're going to take a risk. I'm going to Sunwalk, and I'm going to pop off the Divine Shield and pass the turn. We'll see if he can get through this. He's only got 2 cards here. Alright, he's got no Siphon Soul. He's going to life tap after throwing away the Scarlet Crusader, which is a mistake. What if he had life tapped into a Siphon Soul? He's going to Darkscale Healer to heal this thing up, but that's not good enough. He's going to extend a little bit against Flame Strike. I'm going to call this a mistake because he knows that this... He, like a good player, would see that this thing has been sitting here for a hell of a long time. So, he should have really figured that would be a Flame Strike. Now, I can actually Big Game Hunter this, Wolf Rider, Dark Iron Dwarf that. I think that's actually worth it because I'll use Flame Strike later. This lets me get board presence and kill his stuff. So that was actually a really amazing turn. Like, if you were on the opposite end of what I just did, you would be devastated by how good that was. Why am I tooting my own horn in that weird way? I don't know. But anyway, he can still keep life tapping. It's risky, though, against a Mage to life tap this much. And I've still got the Sea Giant and a Flame Strike, so I'm in pretty good shape. Of course, if this were a Pyroblast, I would win the game. Well, nope, not really, because I would only get him down to 2 health. So yeah, it'd be risky. Alright, well, let's just play the full price Sea Giant. None of these can target the face, but I can answer just about anything he could play. The only thing I don't want to see is a Siphon Soul. That would let him kill this and gain 3 life, which would be just awful. He's life tapping, perhaps trying to find a Siphon Soul. Sunwalker, he's about to be very unhappy with my Polymorph. Oh, man. Well, this is annoying. I cannot clear this stuff out. I have to use the Sea Giant against something. I could ping this, but then Flame Strike leaves it with 1 health. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. I'm going to eat this Void Walker for breakfast. Play Fairy Dragon. So yeah, a Pyroblast would have already won me the game. But notice the Sea Giant's going to win me the game anyway. So, where the Sea Giant was better than the Pyroblast, it was significantly game-changingly better. Where the Pyroblast would have been better, it didn't make a difference. He plays a Whiffed Kodo because he needs to, because he needs answers. And what we can do here, see, I could do this and make it be 5 damage across the board. Doesn't make a difference. I still have to throw away the Fairy Dragon because I don't have enough mana to ping it off. So yeah, we're going to just Flame Strike. Throw that in. Boink. Ping. Now it's either life gain or he loses next turn. Actually, he can't. The only card that would save him is Siphon Soul. That would let him kill this and life gain. Otherwise, it's just over. Zero Drake. Now he can no longer play Siphon Soul, so he is at this point guaranteed to lose. Ready for action! Life tap? Yeah, go out in style. Go out in style. He actually went... Wow, he drew 9 more cards than I did that game. Holy crap. Well, which goes to show how good I am at Hearthstone. Booyah! No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that arrogant of a jerk. Maybe I am a little bit. Hey, my girlfriend's back. She's searching for an opponent. I guess that means that her son has has goaded her into playing the game some more. That's funny. I'm pretty sure she never plays Hearthstone of her own volition. I'm going to text her and tell her. Well, 8 wins is something I'm pretty happy with. Be nice to get to 10, but whatever. It's all good here. All gravy from here. I see.
You asked for it.
He can't quite get his fix of Hearthstone today. Smiley face. Well, this is a pretty abysmal hand, but against a mage, I'll keep the Wolf Rider. It might kill one of her early drops. I threw away this engine. I'm hoping still to get some 2 drops. And okay, it happened. We got a Fairy Dragon here. Not going to be coining that out, of course. But, well, I would if I got a Berserker as my first turn top deck. Nope, so we're just going to pass. We'll play this. It's pretty resilient. It can die to Arcane Missiles, and if she plays a 2-drop, it'll die to that. But other than that, it's a pretty resilient dude. I could coin the Wolf Rider and kill that, but that seems a little bit excessive. Let's just play the Fairy Dragon. Barring an unlucky Arcane Missile, this will get to kill the Pyromancer. Actually, no, an Arcane Missile, then the Pyromancer would trigger and it would kill her. Oh, yeah, that was a bit silly of me, perhaps. So do you kill the Pine-Sized Summoner here? It lets her play a 5-drop next turn with the Wolf Rider. I'm going to take a little bit of it. Well, that lets me keep the coin. I could Flame Strike sooner. Nope, I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to play the Water Elemental. This is so good. It lets me kill off this Pine-Sized Summoner. I'm going to gamble. She just can't get use out of it this turn. And then if she does play like a Fen Creeper, I'll Fireball it and kill the Pine-Sized Summoner. She has a Fireball for my thing, so she's not using this at all. Okay. So I lost the coin, which is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate indeed. Okay. I can play the Berserker and ping this. But I'll just use the Wolf Rider. So we're both staying even this game. No one's getting ahead. That's unfortunate. So if I play the Berserker, she can Worgen into it and turn on Wind Fury. But I'm going to do that anyway. Because then I can ping this off next turn. Unless she like puts a Shattered Sun Cleric on it. If she does that, well then so be it. Feels worth it to me.
My invention.
She draws a card. Plays a Water Elemental, so that's going to get Fireballed. Alright. So we ping this to death. We trade the Panther for the 2/3. could fireball the water elemental. And she's a little bit ahead because of the novice engineer, but once I ping it off, we'll be right back to equal. I told my girlfriend, you know, that her son is really just can't get his fix, and she's like, well, my resistance is low because I'm feeling lazy and mildly addicted. Alright, so she is hooked on this game. That's good to know. So we'll do this. I could ping one of these off. I will do that. We'll ping off that one. It's important when you choose your targets to ping off the one that would potentially be more useful if it were ever pandaed back. So you want to ping off the engineer, because if she ever got a panda, she could put the engineer back in her hand and replay it for an extra card, whereas the sheep back in her hand makes no difference. Alright, she's going to hit me pretty hard. I don't want to flame strike that, but I don't want this to hit me more than once. This is a little bit of a tricky situation. Some removal would be nice. I didn't get it, though. If I play the Sea Giant, she'll hit me down to 8 health. That's unacceptable. Fuck, I have to flame strike this. That was a very good Reckless Rocketeer. It's about the best I've ever seen it be. So now I have to blow a flame strike early. Sea Giant's not playable. I'm at 14 health. How did this even happen? Oh, it's the Worgen. Oh, what? Ragnaros? Really? Well, it didn't matter what I did. I was going to lose this game anyway, clearly. So if I get a big game Hunter, I could survive, but... yeah, let's see if I can get a big game Hunter. It's the only thing that matters. Nope! Alright, well, we play the Sunwalker here. There's a chance that Rag would hit the Sunwalker and pop off the Divine and kill it instead of me, but she could also polymorph the Sunwalker or ping Fireball it. And then she wins.
We have many secrets.
Alright, is she gonna play... My hand's on the escape key. She actually has a secret. Does she have a Fireball for this? Nope. And Ragnaros does hit it. There it is. Too little, too late.
I've got the beast in my sight.
Okay, it is a mirror entity.
I've got the beast.
So now I have to survive at all, do this, and this, and this. Now she can get me down to 1 health. And I have no healing in this deck, so there's literally a 0 chance that I would then be able to survive. But she might choose not to do that if she's afraid of healing. This would be an extremely conservative mage, Joffrey. No, she's just going to go ahead and hit me. And she actually is going to kill my board as well. Alright, well, the good thing about this, though, is that now I can ping myself and go out in style. That was a very good Reckless Rocketeer. I don't think I've ever seen a Reckless Rocketeer be that good. And that's the run. So 8 wins. A little bit distressing how those games ended, especially because I was at 7-1 at one point. But still, 8 wins is good. We go up. We're gonna stay above 7,500 here, and we got both of our daily quests finished. So I'm feeling pretty good about life. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please do like the video, and if you want to help me out, subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you again soon. And if you want to stick around for the prizes, here they are: 190 gold and 20 dust, aka a non-gold rare. See if there's anything good in the pack. Nope, 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 and nope. Okay. Oh, pressing spacebar is not the same as pressing done. Oh, that's weird. Okay, let's take a look at the collection. I don't think I unlocked any prizes, so we're just disenchanting 40 dust. It's a little sad. I think there is still 1 rare in this game I don't have. I have at least 1 of every, but I think I only have 1 Armor Smith, so I need a 2nd Armor Smith. But other than that, every pack that's normal is just 40 dust. The next run is going to be a Hunter run, because I played a lot of Warrior runs, so it'll be Hunter next time. Thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe if you want to help me out, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.